All Out with Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Hey, it's a fantastic Friday, double header, you know what I mean? And this dude has been making music for quite some time, Kayla.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. I mean, ever since his, big start on The Voice. So very, very exciting.
Hey, we were just talking about that. We're like sitting there, the voice talents, the voice, the people that joined it. I always say, like, there's nobody standing out. What happened to all of them? The other shows got it. And all of a sudden, Vedo. I was like, yeah, that's what it is. He's going to be the first dude we ever interviewed from The Voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but other
that's
than
right.
that, he does have a club banger. And, this is a summer anthem that we listening to. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us live for the first time, we got Vedo. Hey, Vedo.
Yo,
hey, Vedo. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to be here. How y'all feeling?
Hey, great. How's everything? There's a lot of chains on your neck, man.
Hey, man, Nah, everything is good, man. Everything is copacetic. Like I say, I've been blessed a lot of abundance of just, good faith has been flowing my way. So I have no complaints, man. The music's good. It's doing well. Fan base is growing. Family's doing well. So I'm good.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Where are you joining us from?
I'm actually in Atlanta right now. It is 10:30 p.m. here.
Okay. So it's opposite. It's 10:30 here. Well, actually, it's going to be afternoon here when we have this interview aired. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And I mean, we're just so excited because your album just came out last month, Mood Swings.
Yeah, Mood Swings. Yep.
Yeah,
that came out.
Right. I'm
super excited about that album. Yeah, for sure.
Now, tell us the body of work there, for the album.
Body of work is my most transparent. It's my most vulnerable. It's my most moody, hence Mood Swings. This album is a little different, because R&B has always had a sexual undertone, but I wanted to take R&B somewhere else, and I wanted to kind of touch on just the different moods that we go through, the different battles we face within ourselves. Everything is not always happy and everything's not always sad. We're insecure about certain. I'm insecure. I have my doubts and things like that. And I just wanted to write some songs that I knew would, touch on the different things that I know a lot of people go through all the time. When you're not with your girl, is it in the back of your mind? You think something going on? We all have had that thought. You sit here and lie, say you haven't, you're lying. I got a record on that called Soul. That just speaks about, a person that has been through a lot in life, that is broken and battered, but still has hopes in finding love again and to be healed. And it's basically a record that basically just says, hey, if you're up for the challenge, I'm up for the challenge as well. You work on me, I work on you. But I just know it might not be the easiest. So that's what Soul is.
Now, what served as an inspiration for you to touch on a different side of R&B? As you did mention, it's all about hooking up with somebody, getting you, in bed. And you know how it is with the likes of Jodeci, with the likes of, the classic groups and everything. Right. Now, to touch on the vulnerable side, how much of yourself did you put out there? And also, how difficult was it to write something with that style?
Well, I mean, it wasn't really difficult. I guess when you've been through some of these things in life, it's kind of easier to write about it. I would say that, I chose to go this route with R&B because, I just never really saw anybody touch on the fact that, life is not just about hooking up. Life isn't just about partying and, getting drunk and, doing all that. Life is life. And in a lot of people's life right now, life is lifing. People are going through things. People are going through breakups, midlife crisis. They're battling with themselves about, what they want to do in life. They're battling with with their spouses and things like that. And I just wanted to kind of like, because R&B should make you feel all of those things, right? R&B shouldn't always make you happy. R&B shouldn't always make you sad. It shouldn't always make you horny. It shouldn't always make you want to, it should be, it should be a full spectrum of emotions when listening to R&B. And that just goes to show you that R&B is probably one of the most universal genres in music today. Everything has an R&B influence. Every genre, every song.
Yeah, and it's rhythm. Go ahead, Kayla.
Yeah, so I mean, with you taking this route, and I mean, you had the chance to work with a lot of amazing songwriters that you collaborated with. What was the process like, with the songwriting? I guess specifically with the song "Do You Mind" with Chris Brown.
Oh man, the songwriting process with the complete album was easy selling. This was, one of the ones I stepped out of my comfort zone. I wanted to kind of, collab with some people and help tell their story as well as them help me tell mine. I was able to control the room. I was able to control what I sang about. I was able to control, the certain type of topics and lyrics I would and wouldn't sing. So it was easy. Fast forward to the Chris Brown record. That was a little tough one as far as getting that feature secured. Chris is always all over the place. He's always really busy. It was really hard to sit him down. Like, yo, man, hey, listen, I got this record I want to pitch to you, man. I think it's the one. It's like, okay, cool. But I finally got him to sit down and he liked the record. He was like, okay, I love it. I love the record. Only one thing I need you to do is change the beat. Change the beat, make the beat better. I'm like, okay, cool. I can do that. Sent it back to him. He loved it. Another 2 weeks had went by. Didn't hear anything back. So now I'm thinking like, okay, all right, this feature's not happening. We're just gonna go ahead and do a second verse and put it on the album, call it a day. Approaching the deadline real smooth. He finally sends the verse back in the nick of time. And we like, yo, what? So now we're scrambling, trying to get everything mixed and mastered, get the label to clear it. And God was on my time and God was on my side at that point. And we pulled it off, man.
And that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's blessings upon blessings upon blessings. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you need something, it takes time and he provides. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You just gotta be patient. Yeah, when they say the saying goes, he said he might not show up when you want to, but he's always on time.
That's what it is. Now, with the creative process, with the music and everything that you do, how did it get all started for you? How old were you when you figured, all right, cool, I think I could take this singing somewhere, man?
Yeah, I was like 12 years old when I wrote my first song. I was 10 when I had my first performance. And I think it was at 10, man, when I figured out, I felt, I just made a decision that I wanted to be a singer at 10. Like, I know a lot of kids at that age don't really know what's good for them. But for me, regardless of what anybody said, I always had my mind made up. Of course, as a child, you got to follow the adults' rules and go to school and, act like you want to become a police officer or something, or fireman, something like that. But I never had any intentions to do any of that. I just had my mind was already set at 10. Fast forward, write my song at 12. First song at 12. I'm like, hey, man, maybe I can do this. So I kept on writing 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, kept going, man. And here I am about to be 30, in the middle of my career. But yeah, I would say the beginning now, because now it's starting to like, ramp up now. I've been, everything else has been like preparation work for these moments now. So yeah, I knew at a super young age.
And what kept you pursuing your passion? I mean, I know not all the doors will always open. Not every answer would be a yes. Was there an advice from someone that they gave you that you just kept on going? And who was that person who gave you that advice?
My mom. She passed away in 2013 while I was on The Voice. She told me, she's basically literally said, don't you give up doing music. You better do music forever. I'm like, and that's all I needed to hear. She's like, that's one thing I knew that would make her proud, is if I just stuck with the music. And that was a big driving force for me, outside of me loving music and me actually living music and music like flowing through my veins. So yeah.
And
Thank you for
I
sharing
mean,
that.
your mom, yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And I know that your mom must be so proud, especially with the recent Grammy nomination on your work with
Yeah.
Warm Embrace. So
Yeah.
congratulations on that. My gosh.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
hmm And I mean, well, going back to The Voice, like that whole experience and being Team Usher, what
Yeah.
was like the most memorable experience from being on the show? And like maybe what was the greatest lesson that you learned that you still carry with you until today?
So I would say the most memorable is the actual blind audition. And that was the one where that's the blind audition. Anybody watch the show, that's where you go out there, you singing your heart out. The coaches got their back to you. You don't know who's gonna turn around. I'm out there, I'm trying to sing, I'm trying to project the notes to make sure that I can hit the notes well and make sure they can hear me. And I'm singing, I get midway through the song. I'm like, I'm approaching like the last hook with the ad libs in it. No one has turned around yet. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and sing and just get it out the way, have my moment. Don't look like nobody gonna turn around. And right in the nick of time, Usher turned around, bam, and I just lit up. I literally just was like fireworks just went off. So I would say that was a big moment for me, a highlight for me. But I would say some of the best advice is from Usher when he told me to start trusting myself more with anything I do in life, not just on stage, but trust that, because it's like, if you don't believe that your song is a hit, it won't be a hit. If you don't believe that you can hit that note or do that run or do that dance move, you won't be able to do it. It all starts in mental first. Once you believe, you can achieve. And I think that that was some of the best advice that I took from that.
And it takes a lot for a person to actually pursue what they want, make that decision, even to a cup of coffee, to make that decision what kind of coffee you want. And like, this is what I want, what you truly want. How do you know when it's something that you truly wanted? I mean, how do you keep not being persuaded by people and their advice? Advice is everywhere, man.
I think it's just the team of people you surround yourself with. I've never been one to like be a follower. Must admit, sometimes you're around a bunch of people you look up to and things like that. And you get the notion in the back of your mind, like, man, I wonder what, I wonder how that is type thing. But no, I think that as long as you got God and prayer and you know that you have a bigger purpose and, you shouldn't be following, you should be following people who ain't doing right. I think that's what kept me, me centered and grounded, man. I think that's really what did it for me. And like I said, I was always a leader. I was never a follower, even in my circle of friends. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm like, I make decisions to make sure I can get home. That's just me. I got to get home.
and that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? Especially nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But, for those that are tuning in, we got Vedo. He's joining us. Here on the show, we do have all out questions, some random fun questions.
Okay.
Now, for you, can you still remember how much was the first check you've made or money you've made into music? And what did you buy with it?
What? Ah, man, I think the first check I ever got, like the first big check I like that I deemed to be big, I got a check for like $5,000. This was 2015. Got a check for like $5,000. And of course I went shopping. I went and got me some shoes and things like that, clothes, and ended up with about $1,000 left and had to make do until some more money came in. But yeah, I think it was like $5,000. It was one of my, I think it was like from it was from a show that I did, a performance that I did. That was the most I had ever been paid for a show at the time.
Okay, and now with another random question. I mean, what other dream collaboration do you look forward to doing one day?
Man, I got a couple. I gotta say Usher. Of course, I've written songs for him, but I have to get a song with him. Something for the culture, something true R&B. But another dream of mine is to collab with Stevie Wonder. I want to collab with Stevie. I want to do something super, super intimate. Him on the piano, me singing, he singing, like we harmonizing together. So I think that's on my bucket list for sure.
Now, Vito, what is that one thing? You know how to tell you as much as random as we can, right?
Yeah,
What's that
right.
one thing that you enjoy or you're addicted to watching online? Whether it's on your reels, on your
Mhm.
IG, or on
What am I?
TikTok.
Mm, I don't know, man. I don't think that I'm really addicted to anything. I mean, I think I take that back. I'm gonna say the comedy skits, like from
Uh-huh.
different comedy influencers, man. I think I can sit there and watch that all night until I fall asleep, especially if they're funny. They got some good content. So yeah, I would say the comedy skits.
Uh-huh.
And
Carries out
last
through
one
the
that I'm
day.
gonna throw in.
Yeah.
Last that I'm gonna throw in. I know that there's the whole like raid my bag kind of
Mhm.
like thing that goes on online. If we were to raid your playlist, what are some of the artists and like songs that you're listening to lately?
Oh man, you really gonna find a lot of rap. I would tell you
Mhm.
that now. You're gonna find a
Mm.
lot of rap songs. You're gonna find some Moneybag Yo, some key young Dolph Key Glock. You're gonna find some Lil Baby. But then if you go over to,
Mm.
you go over to like the slower side, you're gonna find some gospel music. You're gonna find like the
Mm.
older R&B that you're not gonna really find any new like any up to date R&B because it's like if it's not my R&B, I don't feel like it's where it needs to be. But well,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what
Mhm.
you'll pretty much find. You'll find some Marvin Gaye, you find some, shameless
Mm.
plug. You might find a little Kills in there. You're gonna find some Usher. You're gonna find some,
Mhm.
Mhm.
um, whoever. You're gonna find some really good songs. Some Michael Jackson, all that good
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
What's your favorite
Mm.
Usher song?
Oh wow, I have. It's probably not one you guys know, but it's called something special.
Mhm.
It's
Can you give
it's
us a sample of it?
um clearly
Mhm.
this
Just a little.
one for me. I get excited when you're here, my dear. Make no mistake, you are all I see, sugar. My vision's never been so clear. So yes, Usher something special. I love that record. Yeah.
That
Hey,
was
that's what it
something
is.
special. Hey.
Thank
Now they do say that singers, songwriters give the best love advice.
you.
So I'm gonna ask for two. What do you do when you're heartbroken? What should a person do? That's one. And number two, I mean, what do you do to stay in love
Mhm.
if you are in love?
Well, falling in love is easy. Staying in love is hard. Staying in love requires work. Um, Learning your partner day in and day out,
Mhm.
learning that things do change. Love languages are never the same as when you met them. Being willing to reassess and relearn your partner is a very vital asset into staying in love. Communication, honesty, of course, these are things we all know. Impatience, man. Be more of a listener versus a talker. I think that really helps, especially when somebody has a lot on their mind and got something to say. But I think with broken hearts, only time will heal that, man. I don't think there's anything else that you could, really do to mend that.
Mhm.
Even jumping into a relationship super fast is probably not smart either. You still need time to get over that because all you're going to do is drag the baggage into the new relationship. I would say pray a lot. Be around people you love, be around people who love you, and find a distraction. And if the distraction happens to be another person, another significant person, cool. But keep in mind that this is a different situation. This is a different, ball game you playing. So try your best not to live in the past, but find a distraction and find it fast.
Damn, that's
Mm.
that's great advice.
Mhm.
Especially, Valentine's just around the
Mhm.
corner.
Yeah.
What's your plan? You got any plans?
Oh my goodness. Just spending time with your fiance, man. She loves Valentine's Day. I mean, every day is
Mm.
Valentine's Day for real though. But I guess for this specific day, we gotta really go all out. But dinner. Sometime we're gonna kick it. Might do a little shopping. Just maybe like some pampering going on, some massages, all that good stuff. Just a day for her to chill and relax. Also a day for myself as well. But I did tell her this for this Valentine's Day, I want to be treated to some stuff too. So she got some plans for me as well.
She gonna add another chain in your
Dang.
neck, bro.
Hey, come on with it. Love
You know what I'm
it.
saying? That's what it's
Yeah,
all
love it.
about. Now, a
Awesome.
lot of your fans here in the Philippines tuned in now. You have any message for them?
man, yo, just if you got a dream, chase it, man. And the only thing that comes to a sleeper is a dream. You got to get up and go after it, man. Don't stop. Keep running after it. The road will get tough. It will be long. It will be weary. It will be lonely. But I feel like, this is the season to make your circle smaller and hone and focus in on what's important in life. Whatever's important in your life, you need to nourish it and help it grow, because that is going to be your lifeline when you're feeling like you can't go on. So nourish any people in your life that has been there from the beginning and love you and care for you, because they will be your driving force to keep this bus and this train going forward.
And last question for me. You have any advice for new songwriters or producers that can't quite have that confidence on their song, or you know what I mean? They're sort of like hesitant to somehow get it, you know what I mean, and believe in themselves.
Yeah, I think, man, my advice would be, man, you just got to do it. Who's to say your song is a bad song? Who's to say that their song is a good song? That's one thing I've learned, man. Like, you don't know what's going to be a hit. You don't know you don't know if it's a good or bad song, man, but you have to have that confidence to say, hey, this is my song. This is my creation. And I'm standing by it. I would say, don't be afraid to, ask questions and break down doors and try to get into certain rooms. And, don't be afraid. Sometimes you got to go above and beyond. Sometimes you got to just show up at people's office with a USB drive and say, hey, I got 10 songs on here that I wrote, man. We get a chance, please check it out. That all goes in hand of not being scared to ask me anything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, thanks, Vedo. Thank you for taking time.
Thank you so much
to join us, to share with us your insights and share with us your heart and your mind and your passion. And you've inspired many, and keep on doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for taking time.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the love. Man.
All right, y'all take care, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Vedo. Another fantastic Friday. Peace. There you have it, Kayla. My goodness.
Oh my gosh. So inspiring. I feel so inspired.
Right?
Yeah.
Not one of his chains.
Just one. Never noticed.
Pursuing passion, never stop doing it. And for those that are doubting themselves, believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, this is your story. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
this is your story. But till then, thank you guys for watching. This has been a double header of a fantastic Friday. My name is Rico Robles.
I'm Kayla Rivera.
And this has been another Monster exclusive interview. Bye.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's